everyone, it's Michael with Colorcubic, and we're back again with the third installment of our 3D packaging tutorial. Now, where we left off in our last video, we had just finished assigning our own custom artwork to our texture map that we defined based on our custom package shape in Cinema 4D. But in this video, what we'll be doing is essentially breaking apart our new package object to reveal all of the individual components that make up this package. We'll also be adjusting the rotation axis of all of those individual components so that when we assign the Xpresso tags to those components, when this package assembles and folds together, it'll fold together properly. So, without further ado, because we've definitely got a lot to cover in this video, let's just jump right into this. With our new package object selected, let's come over here to our Surface Polygons tab. Now, if you just mouse over all of the individual components of this package, you can see that those components are still retained. And that's great. We just need to pick this apart so that all of those individual components are their own individual objects in our Objects panel. So I'm just going to work my way left to right. And if you're trying to follow along verbatim, I don't want to take too long with this, but I'll try to be as thorough as I can. So with my left panel selected, just the left panel of my package here, I'm going to go ahead and right click and come down here to split. Now, right away it doesn't look like anything happened, but if you come over here to our objects panel, you can see that there was a duplicate made. Only it was just the duplicate of this left panel here. So what we need to do now is we actually need to delete the original. And so it's already selected. And you can see that our new package, the original new package, is already selected. So in our perspective window, go ahead and just click delete. And now let's go to the duplicate and just double click that file. And we're going to rename this to left fold. And if you see these two buttons here, if you just double click the top one, you can see that it minimizes off the scene. And that's just to give you an idea of what's happening here. Unfortunately, it's a little confusing that when we duplicate any component, it doesn't name it a new, it doesn't assign a new naming convention to that object. So that can be a little confusing, but just so you're aware, every time that we do that, every time that we duplicate it, the duplicate of that component is nested below, or it's placed below the original. I probably could have explained that a little better, but that's the best I got. So with our new package object selected again, let's work on this top fold here. So let's go ahead and just select that, right click, and split. And now, because it's already selected, the original is, just delete it. And let's come down here to the duplicate it created, and we're going to rename this to left top fold. Now let's go back up to our new package. And let's come down here to the bottom fold on the left, right click, split, and delete. And let's come to the duplicate, and we're going to rename this left bottom fold. Now, with the command key held down, I'm going to select both the left bottom fold and the left top fold and drag these into the left fold so they're nested. Now, if you're on a PC, that would be just hold the control key down and select both the left bottom fold and the left top fold and nest those. Just drag and drop them into the left fold. And so we're done with the left side. And now, let's go back to our new package object, and we'll just work on the center here. So with this top piece selected here, go ahead and right click, split, delete. And let's rename the duplicate so it just says top fold 1. Now let's go back to the new package object. Let's work on this top piece here. Select that, right click, split, delete. Let's rename the duplicate top fold 2. And now let's take top fold 2 and nest that in top fold 1. And we're done. Now let's go back to our new package object, and let's work on the bottom. With this piece selected, right click, split, delete, and let's rename that piece, that duplicate, to bottom fold 1. And now let's go back to our new package object. Let's come down here to this bottom piece, select that, right click and split, and delete, and let's rename the duplicate bottom fold 2. And we're going to take bottom fold 2 and nest that in bottom fold 1. And we're done with that. So now let's go back to our new package object and we'll start working on the right side. We don't need to do anything with the center piece because that won't be folding. That'll essentially just stay right where it is. So with this right panel selected in our new package object, right click, split, delete, and let's rename the duplicate right fold. Now let's go back to our new package object. Let's go back to this top right piece here and select that, right click, split, delete, and let's rename the duplicate right top fold. Now let's go back to our new package object. Let's go to this right bottom piece, right click, split, delete, and let's rename the duplicate right bottom fold. Now with my command or control key held down, I'm going to select right bottom fold and right top fold and drag and drop these in the right fold. Whoops. There we go. And we're done with the right side. And now let's go back to our new package object. And we can actually take these two pieces here as, we can just take these together. So if you just want to select this back piece and this hang tag piece, go ahead and just right click, split, delete, and we'll actually rename these to back fold 1. Now let's go back to our new package object and let's get this last fold here. So go ahead and select that, right click, split, delete, and let's rename the duplicate back fold 2. Now I'm going to hold the command or control key and select back fold 2 and back fold 1. And I'm going to nest those in right fold. And now I'm going to take back fold 2 and nest that in back fold 1. And I'm actually just going to organize this a little bit. So I'm just going to take back fold 1 and drop this below. You don't need to do this, but I'm kind of a stickler for keeping things as organized as I can. So, stickler, who says that? I say that apparently. And so we're done with that. I'm just going to adjust these as well. That looks good. That should be okay. And yeah, I'm just going to adjust that. There we go. And for the center piece here, I'm just going to rename it to center. And so, yeah, we're all good with that. So we're done breaking apart our package. I guess that didn't take too long, but it's definitely kind of a tedious process. So now that that's done, let's go back over here to our Model tab. And now what we need to do is we need to adjust the rotation axis of all of these individual components. So we'll go ahead and start on the left side again, but what we first need to do is we just need to change the perspective window. So if you come up here to this little square box here and click that, you'll get all of the different perspectives: the top perspective, right side, front, and then this kind of I guess perspective window. So we just want to go to the front window. So come over here to the lower right bottom, and click that box. And now, before we actually jump right into this, there's a few other things we need to enable to ensure that the rotation axis is right on the edge. So first, what we need to do is we need to enable axis. So on your left panel here, just click that. That'll enable the axis. And now you also want to enable snap. And once that's enabled, go ahead and click and hold that, and make sure that edge snap is selected. So I'm going to go back and re-enable that. So now with my left fold object selected, I'm going to take this control panel here and just drag this over, and that should snap right in place. And that's precisely what we want. Now let's go ahead and reveal where the other components are. So our top fold, let's drag this control over, and we're going to drag it up, and there we go, snaps right in place. We're going to do the same for the left bottom fold. Alright, so we're all done with that. Now let's work on the top fold here. It should snap right in place. There we go. So we're almost done here, and hopefully this all makes sense. If it doesn't, by the time we actually assign our Xpresso tags to this, it should make sense to you by then. And if it still doesn't, well, shoot, I don't know what to say. If it doesn't make any sense to you by then, I'm probably not any good at making tutorial videos, so. Alright, we are all set. And we don't need to do anything with this piece here. I mean, I guess we can. We can just drag this over so it's center. That'll probably come back to bite us in the ass if we're not careful, so. Alright, we are all done. So let's go ahead and click out of this, this front view. So just click that box again. Let's go back here to our perspective view. Click that box, and let's go ahead and turn off enable access. We can keep enable snap turned on. That's not hurting anyone. And you know what? I think this is actually a good place to stop, because yeah, if I try to jump into assigning the Xpresso tags now, that's probably going to be another 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and as far as tutorial videos go, that's a little too long. Like, this is already pretty long, so, but yeah, this is a good place to stop. So, if you happen to get lost, or you have any questions about everything that we just did, feel free to leave your questions or comments in the comments section, and, you know, I'll try to get back to you as quickly as I can. I'm kind of juggling a lot of stuff work-wise right now, but you know, just be patient with me, and I'll try to respond to you as promptly as I can. So, but yeah, if you enjoyed this portion of the tutorial, you know, feel free to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next portion of our tutorial video. So, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.